Hi everyone. In literacy today, we are going to carry on working on our chronological report about the first moon landing. Now, last week we talked a little bit about what a chronological report is. Can you remember? Pause the video, tell someone. What is a chronological report? Did you remember? A chronological report is a non-fiction piece that is done in time order. You could do a fictionalized, not chronological report, maybe a timeline of a character, but this one is a non-fiction, so it's true, time order report full of facts. So time language is important. Also last week, you had a go at the introduction. You wrote a sentence telling me what a chronological report was, a sentence telling me what this chronological report is about, and one fact. Today, we're going to go on to the first paragraph after the introduction, which is all about what happened before the first moon landing. To help you do that, I've created a worksheet below. The worksheet has 3 sections. Let me talk about them now. The first section is a box for you to collect all of the time words you can. So all the time adverbial phrases or words need to go in that box. Now, if we remember, I put lots of them in mine. So you found words like first, then, next, after that, finally. I just gave you a load. Yeah, but there's also more specific ones. Remember, with a chronological report, it gives time and dates. So you might need to actually write specific dates. For example, if I was talking about the moon landing, I might say the year in 1969. Yeah. Or if I know the day, on and then the day. Or if I know the date, on and then the date. So that box is there, one, to collect time words, but also to record specific dates that you need to know for things that happened before the first moon landing. So if you're talking about Yuri Gagarin, I want to know the year that he flew around the world. Yeah, that needs to be in there. If you're talking about the first pictures of the moon, I want to know what date they were taken. If you're talking about the first spacewalk, I want to know when it happened. And you start your sentences with those words. So you can use words like first, the USSA and the USA and the USSR had a space race. Next, the USSR put the first person into space. Then you could add a date, the year. I'm not going to say it right now, but the year, you can find it in the one that I did, the year, and then tell me who went into space and what he did. So exact dates and time language. That's your first box. The second box is just for notes. It's for you to gather your ideas. Everything that happened leading up to the first moon landing. Now, this paragraph, I don't want anything about the actual day or them being on the moon. This is before the first moon landing. So all of your notes, looking back at mine, I want you to collect, just in notes, just in a couple of words to remind yourself, everything you know happened before the day of the moon landing. I gave you a couple just there. I said about Yuri Gagarin, I said about the spacewalk, I said about taking pictures of the moon, but there is more. Go back and read my report, go and look at your own notes, go online and find out as much as you can that happened before the first moon landing. Finally, there's a section for you to write. Now, I only want I only want a minimum 3 sentences, so it can be as small as 3 sentences. If you want to fill a page, go ahead, you can write as much as you want, but minimum 3 sentences of 3 things that happened before the first moon landing. And you use your top 2 boxes to help you. So you start with a time word like first, and then you build a factual sentence. It needs to be a full sentence with some factual information. The final thing to mention, this is a chronological report. So when you get to the bit at the end, when you are writing those sentences, you need to make sure they are in time order. you need to check what happened first. Was the spacewalk before Yuri Gagarin or after Yuri Gagarin? If it was before, you need to write that before. If it was after, you need to write it after. Even the paragraphs need to be in time order. Okay? Collect a list of time words to start your sentences. Look through my chronological report, make notes for everything that happened before the first moon landing. Write me a paragraph in time order using those time words and notes that you've taken. Give it a go. See how you do. Keep it safe with your introduction, and we'll have a look at the next paragraph tomorrow. Have fun, and as always, happy learning.